Good morning. How are you? I'm running about 5 minutes late, but that's because I was just enjoying my first cup of coffee so much. And I've been sleeping in a little bit. Been working late, sleeping in a little bit, but I'm getting some good sleep. So it's essential for good health, I've heard. Anyway, hope you had a good day yesterday. I hope you're having a great morning this morning. Goodness, it's almost, we have less than a week left now, right? Yeah, less than a week left. I think the first is Tuesday. It's almost November. November to me is just Thanksgiving, right? That's just the month of Thanksgiving. That's it's period. I think it's my favorite holiday because they haven't quite yet been able to mess it up too bad. Now they start Christmas early, kind of. We didn't start Christmas till after Thanksgiving when I was a kid. A day after Thanksgiving you put up your tree and things like that. People start in August now. I don't get that, but they can't commercialize Thanksgiving too much. You can't you just can't. So I'm sure there are ways. I'm sure it's marketable. I'm sure some marketing guru can make it marketable, right? But you just can't mess that up. And in some ways, and so it's kind of a thing in the heart, and it's a it's just I like this time of year. I like Thanksgiving, and then I can wait till next year for Thanksgiving because I don't like the commercialization of Christmas. Christmas is fun. I love Christmas. I love the there is a Christmas spirit, but it's not really a good one, in my opinion. so, but I do like Thanksgiving. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to winter, and I'm praying we don't have as bad of a winter as we've had the last couple of years. Maybe it'll be a mild winter, and it's our turn for a milder winter, right? Not as much snow and ice. We need just a little bit to enjoy it once or twice, and then I'm done with that too. Anyway, so much for my thoughts for the morning. Nobody really cares. It's really not important. So I discovered something yesterday and I was just like, wow, when I discovered it. I have read this, I don't know how many hundreds of times, probably hundreds of times, and yet I had never seen it. And I want to throw this extra scripture in. I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. So here's the scripture, and it kind of blew my theology just a little bit. So I've been meditating on it, thinking on it, and studying on it. In John 12, 27. Well, let's look back at 23. Jesus told his disciples, the hour has come that the Son of Man will be glorified. He knew he was getting ready to die for the sins of the world. He knew he came to this earth to be the propitiation for everybody's sin that had ever committed one from the beginning, that would ever commit one to the end. All the sins are taken care of. It's just up to us to accept that forgiveness, right? And so he knew that the hour was getting near, right? This is John 12. And he says this in verse 27 of John. John 12:27 says this, now my soul is troubled. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's in red in my Bible. I'll read that again. It's in red, so Jesus said it out loud. Now my soul is troubled. And I was like, that blew my whole theology and philosophy. I was like, Jesus was troubled? He was troubled. Now that he was not, don't mistake that for worrying. Don't mistake that for not taking his request to the Father. Don't mistake that for he's not sitting wringing his hand going, "Oh my goodness, what am I going to do?" But he felt the pain in his emotions. He wasn't distraught, he wasn't depressed, he wasn't okay, but he was troubled. He was feeling the moment. I'm fixing to die. Okay, he didn't say fixing because the South didn't exist yet. But he's like, I'm getting ready to accomplish this goal that the Father sent me here to do, but this is uncomfortable, he says. He says, now my soul is troubled. What will I say? Father, save me from this hour? But then he says, no, for this purpose I came to this hour. So glorify your name. And so he turned it around. He took that, we've been talking about focus, what we're focusing on. He turned it around and focused it back on the Father. And he went, glorify your name. This is really uncomfortable. I don't like this, but glorify your name. And so that scripture just made me really think yesterday, all day long. When I read it yesterday morning, all day long, I just thought about it. Jesus felt that moment. And that's important because then in John, 14:27, when he says this, so we got John 12:27, now John 14:27, where he says this, peace I leave with you, My peace. So he was totally at peace with what the Father was going to have him do. That does not mean it was comfortable. It doesn't mean it was pleasant. It doesn't mean he was really looking forward to the physical part of it, right? But he's worked through it and he's got peace with the Father. My peace I'm going to leave with you, not as the world gives, give I unto you. And then listen to what he says. Let not your heart be troubled. So it says he was troubled. He worked through it to a point where he wasn't troubled about it anymore. Because now he's telling us, I'm going to give you peace. I know y'all can't get this peace because I know I'm fixing to die, but I got total peace with it because I know what the Father is going to be, how my Father's going to be glorified in it. And I know that the whole world from beginning to end is going to benefit. Still doesn't mean it's not going to hurt. It still doesn't mean it's a real pleasant thing to do, but I got peace with it. And to throw that in, so I want to take it another step, because in Hebrews it says this. It says, seeing then, Hebrews 4:14, seeing then that we have a great high priest, Jesus, who has passed through the heavens, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold fast our faith. Let us hold fast our confession. For we do not have a priest, a high priest, who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but was in all points, emotionally, mentally, physically, all points tempted just as we are, but he didn't sin. Therefore, we can come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. So let me take this whole little timeline thing here. We've got Jesus here. It says he's troubled in his heart. It's not worry. It's not distraught. It's not that. But it's trouble. I don't want to do this. This is uncomfortable. This is not pleasant. This is going to hurt, right? This body. I don't really want to, but I want to glorify my Father more than I want to be comfortable. And so, and he knew the ramifications of his sacrifice. That it was going to touch us. He could see us right here in 2022, October 27th, 2022, and he'd say, "That's my people, and they're going to be okay because I'm going to endure this hardship, this tough spot, and they're going to be okay because I go through this. They can have access to you, Father. You're going to be glorified through all generations by my act here," right? And so in that moment he's troubled, and then he found that peace, and he let that peace reign in his heart, and he goes, you know what, I'm going to leave this peace is so good, I'm going to leave it here with you guys because you're going to need it, so you don't have to be troubled. You can work through that trouble. You can work through those emotions. You can work through those circumstances. You can work through those difficulties and still have peace in the middle of facing a cross in your life, in the middle of facing a difficulty in your life, in the middle of facing something hard in your life. You can still have this peace because I worked through it, right? So Jesus says, I'm going to give you this peace. And then we're in Hebrews 4, and it says, he worked through that. We don't have to be troubled because we can take when we are troubled, we're going to have moments. He had a moment. He was tempted in every way, just like us. He was a real human being with real pain. When he smashed his thumb with the hammer, it hurt, right? And he understands it. He went through the loss of loved ones. He walked this earth just like us, right? And so that's why we can come and go, I don't even know what to do. And he's like, it's okay. We got it. We got it. It's okay. I can come boldly before the throne and go, I know that you understand what I'm facing right this moment. I know you understand this difficulty. I know you understand all the emotions behind this situation. And I can bring it all to you, God, and I can say, I need grace to help in time of need. And just because I'm going to throw this verse in, his grace is sufficient. We'll find that sufficient grace to help in the time of need. It's not going to run out right before your time of need. It's not going to be depleted because you used it all up yesterday. You don't have to push the refresh button. You don't have to reset the modem. You don't have to turn it off and back on, unplug it, plug it back. It's always sufficient for today. And when we get up tomorrow, it'll be sufficient for today again. His grace won't run out. His peace won't run out. So I encourage you to understand today that Jesus felt the same pain we feel. He dealt with the emotions of this earth, right? And he still had peace. And that's why he could give us his peace. And that's why, because he understands, we can go to that same throne, the throne of grace, to obtain mercy and find grace. If you want to find grace, you're going to have to seek him. So go to him today with whatever you're facing, and he's going to give you the grace to make it through. Just like peace. Peace, he said, I'm giving you my peace. And then he's saying, this is my peace, but you've got to let it reign. Here's my grace, but you got to look for it. You got to want it. You got to desire it. You got to stay under its covering. You got to walk it out. He doesn't have any magic buttons. Push a button, push this button, panic button. Push the button and every plane levels out. Every mountain levels out. Every valley rises up. And man, that was awesome. No, he gives us the grace to go down into the valley and up to the mountain and down in the next valley and up in the mountain. He gives us the grace to carry us through all of those things, and he gets us. He understands it. He knows. That's the title of this morning's devotion. So I pray today that you peace out. You let his peace reign, and you're asking for that grace for whatever you got to go through today, good, bad, or indifferent. Whatever you're facing today, whatever you're facing in the big picture, the little picture, the in-between picture, he's got the grace for it. You can trust it, and you'll find it by seeking him. His grace is sufficient. That was my reminder to myself. Have a great day, you guys. Peace out. His grace is enough for you today. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.